Yeah, hi peeps, it's Tersse back in home, Squat Walks once again, and just watched the movie Gravity, and I mean, I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I love science fiction, but to be honest with you, this movie was junk. It was just junk. Far too unbelievable, you know. And I know you've got to try and suspend your sense of disbelief, but it's just, the premise is a good idea, you know, accident in space, people will survive, but if you look at real space accidents like Apollo 13, fucking fantastic movie. Gravity, piece of junk, piece of arty-farty junk. There's nothing makes sense in it for me, you know. I mean, I'm not a scientist and I've never been in space, but I understand the idea of, you know, every force is an equal opposite reaction, you know what I mean? Especially when you're in space, you know, where gravity is much less of an effect on you, you know. I mean, 1 minute things are flying everywhere and all they've got to do is direct themselves, and then the next minute it's as if the earth is a huge magnet sucking them down, and it's like, well, what is it? Are you being sucked towards the planet, or are you floating in space? You know? And if you're on a spaceship which is crashing into the atmosphere, well, if gravity is sucking that spaceship down, surely nothing inside the spaceship is still floating about. And yet you see that, you know. And how the hell do you direct yourself with a fucking fire extinguisher in space, in a spacesuit that doesn't have any oxygen tanks, and so you get a very limited amount of time you can survive? But apparently, you know, in this movie, it's possible. I mean, how do you find the centre of your gravity in space to be able to change direction? You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you can maybe do it on an Xbox, on a computer game, you know, but in real space, you couldn't do it. Nobody could do it. Not even if they trained to do it, could they do it. That's why their jetpacks are very specially designed, you know what I mean, with several different places for you to exude, you know, air or whatever it is they use. I suppose it's water, you know, it could be just air, you know, in order to, you know, change the direction. You could do that with one nozzle on a fucking fire extinguisher. Are you kidding me? Okay, this has got spoilers in it, this video. I'll put that in, spoiler alert. But yeah, how many spaceships does the heroine have to go through before she becomes a heroine? I mean, fucking hell, surviving being thrown off into space, being caught by your partner, and being brought back to the original, you know, incident site in space. That's amazing in itself, you know. But then to end up on an unused and abandoned space station, Russian Soyuz space station, whatever it is, you know, and then to leave that because it starts to get hit with, and, you know, find it's got no fuel in it, you know, and then go off and then leave that and get into another spaceship. I suppose this is her going back to the original place where she came from. I'm not really sure. Which is now crashing into the planet. She gets into another part of the spaceship which survives re-entry. And then still has a parachute that works. I mean, I really don't understand what this movie was trying to say. And by the way, that first scene when she gets into the disabled spaceship where she curls up into with the fetal position in front of the window, so 2001, man. I'm sorry, it is so 2001. And yeah, people might say what they're giving us all at 2001. I think they just bastardised the whole idea of what 2001 was trying to say by putting that scene into that movie. Gravity is a piece of crap. Would I recommend that you see it? Yes, I would recommend that you see it because it's a science fiction movie. It is a piece of crap, but then most science fiction movies are pieces of crap, but they're science fiction, and maybe, just possibly, somebody might take away from this movie something I didn't. Anyway, all I can say is I didn't enjoy the movie. I thought it was a piece of crap. And I won't be watching it again. It's not on my list of science fiction movies to enjoy because there's something in it that you like, you know. Apart from maybe the first 10 minutes, but even that was ridiculous. One of the astronauts is zapping and zipping about in his, his jetpack, you know. And it's like, you don't do that. For exactly the reason, if something happens, you've just used up all the fuel you would need to have to do something like fly off and catch your mate and bring him back. You know what I mean? That's why you don't go zapping around in circles and having fun, you know. And it's just too unrealistic for me, you know. People might say, "Oh, James, you're just a downer." Well, I'm just looking at it from the point of view of it's a piece of crap. It's so unrealistic that, you know, I don't even know why it was made. I don't know why it got any money. I don't even know why it made 52 or 57 million pound at the weekend. Yeah, that's probably about all it's going to take. Once people start to understand it, no, just because Sandra Bullock's in it and fucking what's his name is in it, you know, doesn't make it a great movie. You know what I mean? I don't think the dialogue's great, but I suppose some people will love that touchy-feely, you know, astronaut talk, you know. Yeah, okay, but for me, no. You actually listen to astronauts talking, they don't talk like that. I haven't said that every other science fiction movie I've ever watched, they don't talk like I would imagine people talk in space, but you know, that's just me, you know. I would say it's a job. You don't talk on the job like you do when you're at home, you know. But apparently, movies love to have people talk like they're just going out for a weekend, fucking bit of fishing or hunting or, you know, partying at the weekend. You know what I mean? People don't talk that, you know. I especially hated, you know, the alien movies where they had them all talking, you know, joking and but that's not the way shit like that happens in you know, in groups of people. That's just how it happens in Hollywood, you know. But this Gravity, piece of shit. But it's a science fiction movie. I like science fiction movies, so what am I going to give it? I'm going to give it a 3.4. That's my test rating on Gravity. It's a 3.4. If you turn the sound off and just watch the movie, no, honestly, if you just turn the sound down and just watch the movie, I'd probably get it a 5. I think the actual dialogue and the music and all that shit actually detracts from the movie. I think the way it was filmed was pretty good, although unbelievable, but the dialogue actually detracts from the movie. You know, personally myself, I don't know who wrote the dialogue for it. I thought that, you know, the things that these people were going to say was going to be, you know, adding anything to the movie, but to me it's no, turn the volume down, put an album on, like, you know, Dark Side of the Moon, and watch this movie, you'd probably enjoy it, you know what I mean? Yeah, a lot more than if you turn the volume up, you know what I mean, and listen to what's been said, and the sound score is fucking ridiculous, you know. And by the way, the fucking, the sound effects in it are earth-shatteringly loud a lot of the time, and then silent, so it's kind of hard to deal with that, you know. But yeah, I don't rate it as a movie. I don't think it's going to be, a sort of, Oscar movie. No fucking way. People are touting it, oh, Sandra Bullock, she's up for an Oscar for the acting she does it. No, this movie is pish. You know what I mean? Absolute pish. It's a piece of crap, you know. Any fucker that votes for that for fucking an Oscar is a fucking imbecile, you know. Having said that, I give it a 3.4. Watch it at your own risk, you know, and well, let me know after you've seen it whether you think my review of it wants any merit, because, as I say, I'm a huge science fiction fan. I love science fiction, but this movie just doesn't cut it. Anyway, Sconjiva motherfuckers, that's my review of Gravity. And I hope if you did pay to see it, or you do pay to see it in the future, that you've got some reason to be there, like taking your kids or taking a girlfriend. You might get lucky later if you take her, or I don't know, but I hope you've got an ulterior motive for seeing this movie, because, as I say, 3.4, really the highest I can give if you're actually listening to the dialogue and the score, and the sound effects. If you manage to get a chance to watch it in your house, you know what I mean, turn the sound down and put Dark Side of the Moon on, and watch it, and you'll love it, you know. Or just play the sound from 2001 to it, you know what I mean. Even, all the dialogue and everything, it won't lip sync, but just play that and listen to that while you're watching it. It's probably going to be a better experience than actually listening to the soundtrack and the voice track that's actually on the movie. That's just my take from it anyway. Sorry about that.